Okay, I'm gonna go over your game here, Mr. Goomy. Yep, pig, duck, freeze an apple, perfect. I think I'd prefer beaver over pig. It's like two stats instead of one, and better, you know, two stats instead of one in two different spots. But it's like fine either way. They're both great units, so I don't really care. It's like minor. Pigeon's like my least favorite probably of the cell pets, but that being said, it's still a cell pet, so it's still good. So it's like minor. Yep, roll. That I'm fine with that because we have duck or not duck, pig. If we didn't have pig, then it would feel pretty weird because then it's hard to ever really get the value from it. But where we have pig, we could, because we happen to get it next roll. But if we didn't get it in this roll, then we'd be like at low gold. The pig you can sell, but yeah, pigeon sell. It's good here. So yeah, I like that. Cool. Yeah, we could have combined, but you said that in your notes. Okay, we find two Mingos. Okay, we buff a duck. Okay, we're just buffing the Mingo. That's good. Okay, buy another Mingo. And then buy a breadcrumb, buy an apple on your camel. Yep. And then buy the apple on your camel. Great. Love to see it. Positioning. Good. Nice. Yep. I like it so far. Cool. Your opponent hit rabbit early, so this is going to be a hard game to win. Hit Mingo. That's good. We don't really need this pill now. I guess, yeah, like freeze rolling, it's fine. Okay, that is, wow. Great. Yeah. Yeah, I guess maybe freezing the pill is just fine. It, like, kind of feels weird, because, like, we still want apples, but, and we're not pilling immediately, but we're pilling next turn, so it's, like, probably fine. I'm good with how that one was played, I think. It did feel weird. Just what you said, too. Nice, we take this round. Okay. Hopefully I can get this done in one take so I don't have to cut two videos together. Nice. You could probably consider whale here. I mean, we have a faint pet that we're probably going to keep on board for a while here. Or at least we could. Like, and then you could, like, pivot into another one later. So then you just get more value out of it. But stack that on board. Find a pill. Yeah, we could have stacked the swan on board. Yeah. I just I don't want to get a camel before buffing swan, so I start buffing swan. Camel's been failing me. Yeah, definitely don't want to buff swan here. Swan's like not a good buff target. Generally, it's like an okay one, but not a good one, right? The units you want to buff are units whose abilities scale with stats. So like what I mean by that is like Peacock, if you have more stats, its ability will trigger more times, meaning you get more value out of it. Camel, same idea. Badger, same idea. Dog is like not quite the same, but he just scales. So he like kind of works as a buff target, but he's like kind of an awkward one. Ox, in a weird way, does because he just gets melon, and having melon on a big unit is just good. Like blowfish, you'll just get more triggers out of it. You know, if you have hippo's like kind of a weird one, but it can work. You get more. You know, it'll kill things. Rhino, you can get more triggers. Like boar, you know, again, just gets more triggers. Stuff like that. Pretty much just like stuff that gets more triggers. Or like Dodo, where it like literally just makes the ability better. Or like Leopard is same idea. Like those are like kind of the ideal things to buff. It's that, and then also you have to consider like what you're keeping on your board the longest. But also our camel's just our biggest unit. Like generally, apart from all the stuff I said about what units you want to buff, whatever your biggest unit is, generally just be scaling it. Like if it's your biggest unit, probably keep scaling it. You know, somewhat. We buy a pig because we're on awkward gold. I think you could just buy a hog here, honestly. We're getting quite a bit of value out of it. Where we have camel and blowfish. So it's like just giving stats back to him and then also shooting them once and also doing 2 damage to all their pets. But Pig's also good. Pig's also good because it gives you gold. So I'm good with like kind of both options there. Yeah. That front breakpoint was a little bit awkward, but we still get there. The front breakpoint didn't need to be awkward if we buffed Camel there instead. Yep. Good. Find a garlic. Okay. Good with that. Nice. Okay. Freezing Rabbit. It's like going into turn 7, so it feels pretty awkward. Like our opponent's hitting that, which is hard to beat, but that's okay. We can get there. Freezing Rabbit into this turn, like, doesn't feel the greatest. It's like turn 7's a little bit late. Like, I'm buying rabbits if I hit them turn 3, turn 4, turn 5, turn 6. Once we get to turn 7, it's like, okay, now, I can tear up into a monkey. I can buy pairs, which, rabbit helps better rather just be buying them. It's like now it's also a little bit late to be buying cake. So like just gets a little bit awkward. We hit cow. We also hit shark. Both units feel pretty good here. I think we probably want cow here. Honestly, this cow makes the rabbit way more considerable in my eyes. Shark is really strong, but like here, they just have big units, and we're gonna have to trade through those units. Like we're gonna have to have an answer to their big units, so we kind of just need to scale. And the cow kind of helps us, get a pretty big power spike in scaling. The shark, like, it could also work. I don't know. Generally, I would agree with shark, but again, in that case, it potentially could have been the cow, especially with rabbit frozen in shop. Like that makes it feel a lot better. I think if we're taking this rabbit, we're also 100% taking that pie. Pie with rabbit is like super strong. It just gives you passive scaling, which is what they have, and you'll see their board's probably going to get very large very quick because they're just getting scaling every turn. Yep. What the crap did they do to their unit? Holy, they must have hit. I would imagine that looks like they hit cow. Is what it looks like. 17, 23. Yeah, that's like probably cow or just a lot of pairs. Yeah, so they like hit rabbit level and then probably into cow since they don't have anything on board. Unless they end up getting something on board. Let me just check the next fight real quick. Unless they end up buying it. No, so they hit cow. Yeah, and they had level 2 rabbit. Yeah, this game's hard to win. But that's fine. We can still go for it. We find another rabbit. Like, stacking it is, I don't know. We need... It, like, doesn't feel like it'll do anything is the problem. Like, right now, we have a problem. And that problem is their units are just way bigger than ours. Did we win last turn? I think we lost or drew. I actually don't even remember now. I watched, like, 4 different battles. Oh, we lost. Okay. I can see that because of the lives. No, we drew. Okay, we lost. Okay, that's what I thought. I'm losing it. Anyway. No, that was this turn. I'm actually going to lose my mind. Hold on. Oh, this video's so bad now. It's so sporadic and weird. No, we had a fight with the guy. Yes, this is the turn we're on. Okay, this is terrible. I'm sorry. But, like, the problem is we need to answer this question of, like, how do we deal with the rabbit and the swan? And they're on 2 lives, so, and I think the answers we're looking for right now are, like, skunks. Skunks, turtles are good. Just stuff that can help our units trade more positively. Because they're just going to have a lot of health, so we have to have ways of dealing with that. Skunk deals with that. Turtle kind of deals with that because your units get 2 hits, kind of no matter what their board's looking like. And like the rabbit's just scaling health, which like might not end up mattering that much. We're like very far behind, so we kind of just have to like find something, and we end up selling it. So like stacking it was just ended up being a waste of 3 gold. It's good to kind of think about like where is your sell slot. It's like right now if you find whatever unit you're looking for, what am I selling for it, you know? So it's like if that rabbit is what you're going to sell if you find a unit, stacking the rabbit on it's bad because it's like, well, I'm probably going to end up selling it. So like was just kind of a waste of 3 gold. Realistically, this game's very hard to ever win, but that's less of an issue of any of your gameplay in this game. More of an issue of they hit level 2 rabbit and cakes and then hit a cow immediately with it. We end up cycling a cow, I assume, here. We buy a salad. Oof, I don't like that. Turn 9 salad is like just not worth it. I assume we buy a cow here. Yeah, it's awkward. Salads, like, I'm not really buying salad after turn 6. Like, turns 5 and 6, I'm buying pretty much every salad I see. You know, depending on my board. Turn 7, it's like, I don't really want them. Turn 9 is like, I really don't want them. Like, sometimes with rabbit, I'll buy them on turn 7, but... And again, the answer we really need here is, like, now we're on turn 9, too, so we can also find Scorpion. Scorpion and Skunk. Bro, what? I don't care. Scorpion and Skunk are kind of the 2 answers we need right now, but we're not really finding those. But yeah, again, I mean, this game is very hard to win. Like, they hit rabbit, like, rabbit level 2 and into cow. They kind of hit perfectly there. This elephant is never going to matter. Like, elephant blowfish can work, but you kind of have to have had it for a while, and elephant's kind of just a bad unit. It's like awkward here. Because like it's just going to die, and it's not doing that much damage, and they have a snake, so they're getting like pretty much equal value as you from it. And we just end up losing this game. There's not much we can do to contest at this point. I mean, the answer at this point is we like desperately need stakes. Like, at a certain point, you get far enough behind in scaling where you're like, okay, building a good board no longer really matters. I need to scam, which is where you're at. Like, he's just so big. We're not winning this by normal means. We're winning this by potential scorpion, potential stakes, potential skunks, that type of thing. Like, that's pretty much the only way we're winning this game. Is we need to, like, find ways to remove health or, you know, kill a unit that we don't have the stats to kill, which is like Scorpion. But yeah, I don't really fault you for this one. Yeah, and I do like Mushroom on Elephant. It seems good. We could take Wolverine here. Like, again, the cat. So cat, general rule with cat is if there's like 5 or more lives left in the game between you and your opponent, you can go for cat. Actually, it's usually 6. If there's like 6 or more, cat is like definitely taken. If there's 5, it's like maybe, and then if there's less than 5, it's like I'm probably not taking cat. Unless your opponent's on like 4 and you're on 1, and you like have no chance of winning unless you know, can like hyper scale, then like sometimes, but that's weird. But like definitely not on this, because like in that shop you can assume one of you is going to be on lethal here. So there's realistically probably 1 to 2 turns left in this game, and it's hard to ever get the cat value out of that. But he has level 2 cat, which is just rough. And yeah, we're just gonna die here, which is fine. Again, like this is kind of your opponent just high rolled. Wolverine's like also an option though. Since we do have elephant, Wolverine's kind of an option. Wolverine's generally terrible. It's pretty much only good with elephant, and elephant's not that good. But yeah, we'll just lose here. So yeah, I would say like that game is just kind of awkward to navigate. But like, because our opponent high rolled, which just makes it hard. But the main things to look for in that situation are like, you're just kind of desperately at the end there looking for like stake, you're looking for skunk, you're looking for scorpions. Those are kind of your things that can potentially turn the tide of that game, right? Because like there's a certain point where it's like, well, you're just never catching up. So that kind of no longer becomes an option. So you have to find ways to scam it. Yeah, anyway, hopefully that made sense. I don't know, I was trying to record it quick so I didn't get a call in the middle.